not going to rain the entire day, is it? Millimeters of rain. Is that a lot? Is your back okay? have any weights heavier than 30 pounds? Was it like a rubber hex? See, like I'm thinking of like trying to take it, but it's just like it would have to obviously be like one at a time, because there's no way I can fit both of them in a backpack. Craziness. Really use a busted up dumbbell as like a doorstop. We're helping customers like out the front door. Wow. Not everything. I think we'll get to a certain point where we're realizing inventory's not leaving, and then the owner will just be like, all right, you know, just, yeah, either sell it at cost or just fucking throw it out. Because he's done that before. Oh. How much more pieces do you have to put in for the Mold King? Oh, we're almost halfway through the week, dog.
3 straight months. That's interesting, isn't it? And this happened in 2023. 2023. You know, when Trump had his election stolen from him. But Trump man bad. Trump man really bad. A-Rod says that Trump needs Iran to believe he'll order an invasion, gives him leverage. Correct. A boy named Blue says, starting a new workout routine to help with height. Wish me luck. Got to drink a lot of water. So give me a swig of water for the working man. Swig of water for the working man. Hail to you, brother. Maga Mike says, Trump ran on peace through strength. People didn't know what strength part meant. So, yeah, if you want peace, prepare for war. Correct. Do they not know what... Again, I don't love on the surface, I don't love that we're in Iran, but it's also necessary. There's a lot of things that I'm not in love with that are necessary in life. And so this is just a necessary step that we are having to take. And I just hope that Trump has a full plan to get us out of this situation sooner than later. And I think he does. I believe he does. I trust that he does. Surly SOB says, I believe Trump told us about a cat by that name. Whatever would you be talking about?
Or her cat was named Vagina.
I still can't believe he said that shit. Peters is at the risk of sounding insane. Screw peace through strength, peace through tyranny. Epic. All good, man. Vault 199 Gaming says, no new wars. People say war in East Europe is good. Zachary says, I bet if we went to war with Israel, some of these people would sing a different tune. Of course they would, because they're not really against war. Rooster, what they are is they are against, they're for whatever gets them the most attention online. Pac-Nanima says, missed 2 my previous super chats, 1 more tax, and why Trump sending troops while in talks. Did I? I don't, like on this stream? Pac-Nanimus? Headset Oracle says, you paint a vivid picture with your work. Pac-Nanima says, missed 2 my previous super chats, 1 more tax, and why Trump sending troops while in talks. Did I? I don't, like on this stream? Pac-Nanimus? Headset Oracle says, you paint a vivid picture with your words. Now I'll never look at baloney the same way again. Yikes. Phil says, Trump is literally helping more brown people right now than the left ever has done. Maga Mike says, someone brought up a great point. Isolationists like Dave Smith would have their have let the Third Reich take over Jerome and eventually attack America at home. Yeah, I'm shocked that people actually listen to anything that he says, but it is what it is. You're welcome to listen to whoever you want to listen to, I guess. But I am shocked that people listen to that guy. But they do. So congratulations, I guess. All right, let's finish this off right quick.
2 universities in Tehran, and concerns me on 2 levels. And I'd like to get.
I was wondering what you were talking about. Okay.
Those, now they've said,
thank you,
okay,
Mega Mike.
You bomb these universities. Now American and Israeli universities are now possible targets. So that's a concern. But also, if you bomb universities, you might anger the very people that you want to have organized, which is primarily young people who want to overthrow this government. Is that something that's being discussed in addition to the problem with the internet?
It's an incredibly delicate situation on the ground inside of Iran. And the president, in his post to Truth Social just last hour, made very clear there are a variety of targets that the United States has decided not to hit, giving these negotiations a chance to succeed. But the president's also been very clear, if the Iranians are not willing to make a good faith agreement and come to the table with serious concessions about their ballistic missile program, their nuclear program, and support of regional proxies that threaten U.S. forces, that these other targets are going to be struck. And so the president maintains a variety of options when it comes to the targets inside of Iran.
Chairman needs to take over NASCAR. I think I think Michael Jordan's the one that's going to be taking over NASCAR. I don't think I can compete with MJ. So, but it seems like Michael Jordan's taking over. So,
and again, the reality
anymore. So that's good. What else is good is Peter just dropped 10 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go. Thank you, Peter, for the 10 gifties. Hail to you. And Mar Millen with the pre-stream chat grift tax. He's here. He missed earlier. At least I didn't see it, but that's okay because Surly SOB got you. So we're all good. But yes, good to see you, Mar Millen, as always. And thank you, Peter, for the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Packy Proton says Samurai Trump needs his own theme song. Deborah Perkins becomes a new member. Met Deborah in Orlando. Great to see her. Thank you for becoming a member. Dione says Panikin always complains about Trump being pro-Israel. Trump has been consistent on Israel and Iran for decades, unlike Trader Green and Joe Kent. 100%. Little Jim Salo says my privilege card tax. Turkey Jizz says thanks, Jeremy, for speaking the truth. Hail the 199. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Piano Dean says today's paradox: the electric chair will kill you. A massage chair will not kill you, but a massage chair is an electric chair. That's a pretty tough situation. That's a pretty tough situation. Not really sure how we're supposed to work that out, but that's a good point indeed, Piano Dean. Peter says post Memby's gift tax. Also, you're cute, Jeremy. What? No. No. We can't. That's not allowed in this chat, okay? Listen, I have said many times, okay? I've said many times. I appreciate that many people find me to be the Brad Pitt of YouTube. I appreciate the compliments. I really do. But I'm a humble guy. And I'm not here to be easy on the eyes for you, okay? I'm not here to be easy on the eyes for you. Now, I do appreciate the compliments. I do. But the humbleness in me will not allow me to, accept those compliments, okay? So just want to let you guys know that, you don't have to compliment me, all right? I know, but you don't have to. But I'm here because I offer incredible insight, hard-hitting news, no BS, no memes, no jokes, no sarcasm, just straight to the point news. And that's why people are here. It's not because of me being easy on the eyes for you. All right. Now we do have some rules, but we can bend on the rules. The rule is you're not allowed to compliment me if you're a guy. Women can compliment me. Women can compliment me. All right. Men are not allowed to. And Peter, this is for you, buddy.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women, sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Thank you guys so much. Normal Man for 10 says, hey, Americans in the chat, be the American that the Japanese thinks you are. America Banzai. Let's go ahead and show this really quick. So Japanese-American love affair on X. Here we go.
X. If you're not on X, formerly known as Twitter, you're probably missing. There's a massive love affair going on between Americans and Japanese people. So basically, the product manager at X decided to reveal the information that the largest country participating on X is actually Japan. It's not America.
So it's Japan, largest country. Let's see. So Japan has more daily active users and more time spent on X than any country in the world. Over 2/3 of the country is monthly active on X. X in Japan is one of the highest penetration rates of any social network in history. Did he say penetration rate? Why did he say penetration rate? Why would he use that word?
America's number 2. And so they decided to flip on the auto translate feature. And then from that point on, Americans and Japanese people started interacting. And turns out we love each other. And that's honestly really nice to see. Like, the timeline is just filled with Japanese people talking about American culture, predominantly like red America culture. We're talking like monster trucks, barbecues, pickup trucks, Texas in general. And obviously Japan, Americans have always had a thing for Japan, so that's, the weeb thing's always been there. But the tweets are I have to say, it's so nice to see an ally actually like us, because we get so much smugness from Europeans these days that it's really nice to see something. If you're not on X,
That's
formerly
right.
known as Twitter, you're probably missing.
And so listen, there's only one way for the Japanese people, all right? For the Japanese viewers. Let's go ahead and show this really quick. So Japanese American. This is what's going on right now. American history. Never fear, the USS Dale Earnhardt is here.
Never fear, the USS Dale Earnhardt is here, coming with an entire NASCAR strike group in support of the USS Dale Earnhardt. We've already crossed through the Strait of Hormuz, and they are in position and ready to attack. At the helm is Admiral Larry McRentals. He's got huge support from Gordon Allison in the Haviland-sponsored cruiser. Rusty Wallace pulling up the rear. And Tony Stewart's got the Office Depot supplies ready for whatever Admiral McRentals needs. Breaking news states that they had a little trouble going through the Strait of Hormuz. Sending us a visual now. Coming through the strait, Admiral Reynolds had all planes on deck and ready to launch. They were on super high alert because the Iranian ship was approaching. And wasting no time, they threw that bow around on that aircraft carrier and sliced the ship in half. And Admiral McReynolds was heard screaming over the radio from somewhere up here, "We just meant to rattle your cage, but indeed just split them in 2 pieces. But I think you were just trying to rattle their cage, not actually split them in 2. America, we can all sleep better tonight knowing that the USS Dale Earnhardt is on watch.
Let's freaking go. And, like, people are posting this right here because of the Japanese American, love affair going on Twitter. It just works. It just works. It just works. Little bit of AI issue there because I'm not sure what that is on the quarter panel, on the rear quarter panel of Earnhardt's car. Does that say DuPont on Earnhardt's car? That's not right. You can't have that. You can't have that. That's a little AI problem. Yeah, we can overlook that. But, I don't like the right there. It says, I think that says DuPont on it. That's not right. That's sacrilegious, okay? That is sacrilegious. That is blasphemy right there. But yeah, so it has been pretty crazy to watch all of this play out. Let's see. No, I'm not. For 10 says I ship Helga and Phoebe. Y'all should play Daytona Racing on Dreamcast or Sega Saturn. Daytona USA was great back in the day. Let's see here. I got that one. Dean Penelope says cutie pie. All right, you're a chick. That's okay. We approve. We approve. Normal Man says the Brad Pitt of YouTube, more like the Mark Wahlberg. Is that a compliment or not? I'm not sure if that's a compliment or not. Chris Clark says I live 16 miles from Martinsville Speedway. They raced there this past weekend. I believe Martinsville was this past weekend. Am I right about that? I'm not sure what this means, but I think it's a compliment. As long as you're not talking about The Happening, I think that was that M. Night Shyamalan movie that he was in. Let's see. Oh, it's a Hey Arnold. It's from Hey Arnold retard. I don't know. I never watched Hey Arnold, so I mean I am a retard, but I'm just saying. Justin Martin says that you're all right for an inbred. That's nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. Kevin Spears says, please show Lindsey Graham at Disney with Bubbles. Yeah, I saw everybody going crazy over that. Lindsey Graham's an idiot, okay? But the people that constantly are like talking about like people being at Disney, they just fundamentally don't understand Disney World. Like people think that Disney World is just like this one little theme park where there's a castle and a couple of rides. It's not what Walt Disney World is. And when people make these generalizations, like they don't understand what Disney World is. Disney World is literally twice the size of Manhattan. It has everything. It has these nice restaurants, these nice resorts. It has a shopping district. It has the wide world of sports. You know, professional sports teams go there for training. It has a golf course. It has a lake. It has fishing. Like it's not just a fucking theme park. And people that have never been there don't understand what it is. I heard Tim Dillon talking about how an adult should never go to Disney without kids. And my whole thing was, isn't Tim Dillon gay? So the last thing I'm going to do is take the advice of a gay man about what anyone should do in life. If I'm wrong about Tim Dillon, maybe I'm wrong. But is Tim Dillon gay? Like, isn't he openly gay? And yet Tim Dillon wants to tell other people how they should live their life. Yeah. How about you worry about yourself? All right? Because I'll be damned if I'm going to listen to.
Sounds configurable. You have monster drinks. Got that one. Nothing.
To somebody like Gay Rubin
So
or
you
Tim
practiced
Dillon,
guitar
which
yesterday
again,
or last night? Sound good. Straight token there. I said, I wonder what's the message there. You can't even play a guitar because you're back. Is that actually how it happened? potholes. And this has been going on for how long? So this is going on what, like 5 months? Flare up that last 5 months, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, it's a mess of that. Like when you describe this stuff, I laugh. Oh, just like how it is. I think I'm just laughing at how like fucked up that is. What do you think would happen if you took like 10 of those muscle relaxers? You'd become liberal. Yeah. Blood. Is Pope. The damn Pope. So we
These are
so uh, another analogy is you're basically on a sinking ship. There's no time to rest. Crazy, dude. What's the equivalent of servicing in this analogy? What would that be? Just laying on your back. Yeah.
the people that are overrunning the conservative movement. Tim Dillon is telling you how Trump is a bad human being. Tim Dillon, a fat, gay loser,
Just
is
get
going
one
to
of
tell
those waist
people how to live their
belts.
life. Okay. Sure. And you got Dave Rubin and his husband out there literally buying kids. Yeah, and conservatives are celebrating this shit. Conservatives are celebrating it. It's crazy. So I mean, whatever, man. I don't know if Tim Dillon is really gay or if he's being a joke. I have no idea. But at the end of the day, I would never take advice from a person that eats way too much and cries about Trump all day long. So, um, let's see here.
Tired.
But yeah, but Lindsey Graham is a horrible human being. Um, but the way that conservatives are going after the
I'm at the terminal right now. Yeah.
the situation where they're essentially attacking anyone that like Walt Disney World is the most visited place in the entire world. Like the statistics are the statistics. So generalizing any person that goes there, not helping your fucking movement. When you're just generalizing anyone that goes there, maybe focus on the fact that Lindsey Graham is a 70-year-old gay man with no children, and his sole mission in life is to send people to war because that is who Lindsey Graham is. So Lindsey Graham's a horrible human being, a terrible human being. Ehab says, Japan, man, Japan is having a population crisis. Now is our time. We must go. Let me see. Get Lindsey Graham and Tim Dillon together. I mean, if Tim is really gay, I don't know if it's a joke or whatever, but Alina Habba's new boyfriend. Torn between my loyalty to my new girlfriend and the love I have for Japan and Japanese women. Let me see. Get Lindsey Graham and Tim Dillon together. I mean, if Tim is really gay, I don't know if it's a joke or whatever, but Alina Habba's new boyfriend. Torn between my loyalty to my new girlfriend and the love I have for Japan and Japanese women tax. I don't know, like, so you're saying because Alina Habba's if Alina Habba's your new girlfriend, you won, my friend. You won. Okay? Simple as that. Let's see. John Jones says, went to Japan a couple of years ago on a family vacation. By far my favorite country outside of the US. Only encountered one homeless person in Tokyo. I really do want to go to Japan. I really do. One day, maybe. One day. Godzilla's Grease says, Godzilla alone was more than enough to make me love Japan. Alex Arrowcase has got 101 temperature, probably going to go to the hospital tomorrow, Wednesday. Meta PC code 199. Dude, prayers up, man. Keep us posted. I'm so sorry to hear that. Hit me up on Twitter if you need anything. If there's anything we can do, I'm only a few hours away, man. So yeah, man, let me know if there's anything. It was awesome meeting you and your family at the Orlando meetup. Seriously, man, you got some really cool parents, Alex. So, and I did retweet you. Let me find it. Let's see. That's right there. Look at that, man. Alex got his shirt and his hat kicking ass. Look at that. And then Alex also tagged me earlier and he had another shirt right here. Says D-Deck over didn't see this awesome shirt at the Sunday meet and greet. The JD Advanced shirt. The JD Advanced shirt. Now that is awesome. Hell yeah. Good stuff right there, Alex. Keep us posted, brother. Keep us posted indeed. Let's see. Nanny for 50 says, you following the latest Charlie Kirk court case? Apparently, Bullet doesn't match the court filing. Is there like, I have not, I am not even caught up on that at all. Do we have a decent source to talk about that outside of someone like Candace Owens? I am not caught up on that one at all, though. Dude, holy fuck. Twitter is listening to every word I said. Are you kidding me? That was literally on my time. That was on my timeline right now. This was on my timeline 2 seconds after I read your super chat. They know everything. They know every move we're making. They know every thought in our mind. They know everything. Holy shit. Now I have to go to the Daily Mail, which is it's just going to bombard me with ads. Okay. Bullet use, good Lord at the ads. Honestly, though, I'm running a website right now and I'm seeing how expensive it is to run a website. I might have to start pushing ads like Daily Mail in order to pay for this shit, bro. I have to do it. Just bombard you with ads like crazy. The only way to pay for this shit. Bullet used to kill Charlie Kirk did not match rifle allegedly used by suspect Tyler Robinson, new court filing claims. The bullet that killed conservative commentator Charlie Kirk did not match the rifle used by suspected killer Tyler Robinson, a bombshell new court filing states. Robinson, 22, is facing capital murder charges and a potential death sentence for Kirk's murder at the Utah Valley University on September 10th. But his defense attorneys now argue that the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives was unable to identify the bullet recovered at an autopsy to the rifle allegedly tied to Mr. Robinson. Dude, these ads are fucking crazy. Hold on. Can I? All right. On September 10th, but his defense attorneys now argue that the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives was unable to identify the bullet recovered at an autopsy to the rifle allegedly tied to Mr. Robinson. Dude, these ads are fucking crazy. Hold on. Can I? All right. Maybe we can get rid of some of these fucking ads. There we go. Okay. Now we're cooking. The defense team may now offer the ATF firearm analyst testimony. So again, so this is I don't know how much of this to actually believe or not. I mean, because I mean, you have the defense that are going to be presenting something, and then you're going to have the prosecution countering it. So just because this is out there, it doesn't mean that it's been confirmed. This is just how lawsuits go, and the people that are going to run with this story, they're not going to actually tell you that this is how it goes. They're taking one thing that's being said and then they're building a huge narrative out of it. So I mean, it's interesting, but I think that there's a lot more to this. Let's see. Defense is doing everything it can to try and make anything stick. Tyler is fucked. I mean, that would be my theory on it too. But I can tell you right now, there's gonna be a lot of podcast bros that are gonna be running with this and going, oh, look at this. Again, it is interesting. I'll have to look further into it, but yeah, Ian Carroll has a major chub hearing this news. Oh, of course, dude. He's gonna make some like stupid, like
sales
badly
on eBay or whatever.
video selfie style with the bad green screen bullshit behind him. He's gonna point to shit. He's gonna point to this, and he's gonna say like allegedly, and it's so
like,
ridiculous.
did you sell anything?
So that will be interesting to see how that plays out. 2012 Jameson says from the guy that loves mixed sausage. Sensei Paul says, have you seen Tim Pool crash out on X over Pokemon? On Twitter, has he? I have not seen this. Let's see here. Tim Pool. Okay. I'm not seeing anything right now. Wait. Okay, what's he talking about here? Is this what you're talking about? I mean, I'm not reading all this shit, so I don't know if this is what you're talking about. Tim likes to troll a lot on Twitter, though, so sometimes it's hard to tell um, if it's legit or whatever. So Tim is losing on his own show, very fragile. Like right now, is he? Is he live? Let's see. Tim cast. Are they talking about the Charlie Kirk thing? Let's see here.
A public school so they can indoctrinate him and try to make him into what they consider to be a good.
I said, what about you? I said, I don't know.
Good citizen. That ain't happening. The left is going to do everything they can to either limit your ability to educate your kids at home or
prominent, so much doubt in the public, that alone is enough to get Tyler Robinson acquitted. But you add on top this statement that they were unable to identify the bullet to the gun. Now, that may be typical, but you combine that with the public evidence, like the story and the narration and the perspective, you are easily going to get jurors who are like reasonable doubt. Look,
Yeah, I mean, this is the whole thing. Like, I'm just, hate to say it, but who gives a fuck what the public thinks? Facts are the facts. Like the public is watching Candace Owens. Who gives a fuck? Doesn't matter. Like, worrying about that is how you get into the social justice bullshit of like, well, the optics are very important. Fuck the optics. Fuck the optics. Who cares?
how this is in this story will sow reasonable doubt. It says that the bullet did not match the alleged rifle. Now, they didn't test it, so they couldn't.
And by the way, people that are that offended are the same people that get offended over BLM, that creates the BLM stuff. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we live in a world where Charlie Kirk can be murdered, and conservatives and Christians don't riot and burn cities to the ground. But a career criminal who was high on fentanyl died. And because of the public perception, that crowd decided to burn cities to the fucking ground and hurt and injure people and kill people, all based on a lie. Are we supposed to worry about what their feelings are on anything? Got his own statue. Yes, correct.
Match it. It wasn't like they tested it and it was the wrong bullet. That's a different form.
What do you mean they didn't test it?
Yeah, they said that they were unable to identify the bullet in general. So that is
no. Identify the bullet to the rifle.
Right. That's different than saying it's definitely not the rifle. They didn't rule out the rifle. They're just saying we haven't been able to identify it yet, guys.
Well, they didn't say yet either.
Yeah, but
the court filing just says unable to identify it to the bullet. So we need to see exactly what the ATF said in this regard, but let's not add words to what the claim is.
I don't want them to make it seem like they tested the bullet and it's not the right bullet to the gun, so it was the wrong gun, therefore Tyler Robinson. Like,
well, what does unable mean? Does it mean that they were constrained by bureaucracy, so they did not do it? Or does it mean they tried and failed?
I don't know.
So if they tried and failed, that's huge, and it's going to present reasonable doubt.
Yeah, I read a little bit down in the story. I think that they said they really couldn't. Were they even able to recover the bullet?
Well, I think one of the bigger problems.
Where's all the women that are in love with that one guy, the Luigi Mangione or whatever? Why aren't they lining up for Tyler Robinson? I mean, there's reasonable doubt. Why aren't? Oh, that's right, because they're not attracted to him. Oh, so it has nothing to do with who he is as a person. It's because they're very, very surface level. Oh, okay. That's amazing, isn't it? Huh. Wow. I was told that looks don't matter. Okay.
What you have to worry about too is whether he's proved right or wrong. You're going to have a mistrial of some sort with all of that going into it. That's how are you going to get a jury that's even fair?
I mean,
like,
you're going to hope that
because he's gay, me and Tyler. Have you seen Luigi? Like, he is any man that is worried about like his eyebrows and his looks as much as that dude is. Just saying. All right.
The jury is actually sequestered and that they don't get any of this information, all of the stuff, but
there's no jury yet.
Well, yeah.
By the time this goes to a trial, I don't see how they're going to find any human being who honestly is going to say, I have no idea about this. And then what I fear is that you're going to get people who are going to be motivated by ideology, who will lie in court and say, I'm totally unfamiliar. And then as soon as they get in, they'll be playing Candace or whoever else, and they'll be saying, like, I'm going to vote not guilty no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, look, it still is a narrow segment of the population that pays very close attention to this.
There are so many people in the podcasting world that would give anything. And this is how sad of a reality we live in. Charlie Kirk was murdered. And people that knew Charlie Kirk, that had a relationship with Charlie Kirk, that Charlie Kirk helped them in their careers, a lot of them would rather Tyler Robinson walk so that they can make more money off of their crazy theories. If that doesn't demoralize you, I don't know what does. Holy shit, there's a lot of sad people, dude. Sad and pathetic. But the truth is that they were always sad and pathetic. This is just shining a light on them now. This is just shining a light on these people to show you who they really were. And sad but true, but that is most industries and that's most people. It's why I repeat constantly that I'm very thankful for the small friend group that I have on YouTube. I'm very lucky. And it's not to say I've not had interactions with people over the years, because I have had many interactions with people that obviously there's a reason why I'm friends with the people I'm friends with. And it's because there's no jealousy, there's no backstabbing, there's no nitpicking, there's no any of that. Like again, I'm friends with people that I can tell you right now, like most people that are the size of Critical Drinker or Gary or somebody like that, these people, their egos are out of fucking control. Like I was just hanging out with Drinker in Orlando. And I'm like, do you have any idea how big of a deal you are? And he goes, no, don't care. He just doesn't give a shit. He's just a guy. He's just a guy who's very lucky and blessed, and he knows that. He's just a regular dude. You know? Gary's retarded. We know that. But I'm very happy with the people I know, because most people are just really shitty
stuff, but it is also worth, considering the fact that this is such a high profile thing and there's so many people that are on, on X, or that, I'm sure this stuff goes on Facebook. I don't have a Facebook account, but I'm sure that this stuff is happening on Facebook. These discussions are happening. So just to come up with an actual, a jury that's not been tainted already, I don't know that they're going to be able to do that. And that's,
well, and the thing is about this Charlie Kirk thing is like, this does show you that the people that are saying Charlie was surrounded by horrible people that were willing to backstab him, they're not wrong. The problem is they're talking about theirself, because Charlie was surrounded by a lot of people that were using him, that did not care about him. And all of those people now are doing everything in their power to benefit from his assassination. It is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen, because regardless of what, and I'm of the mindset that when I say everybody is shitty, it's just because we're all human beings. We're all human beings. We all have stuff that, we were being embarrassed about or whatever. Like, it's just welcome to the real world, man. That's just how the world is. Okay. So Charlie Kirk, by all standards, seemed like a really good dude. Do I think he's a perfect human being or anything like that? No. And I think people have this weird mindset of like, Charlie was not bought and paid for. Yeah, he was. I'm sorry to tell you. Yeah, he was. All of these people, if you think that Charlie Kirk didn't have massive business deals that he was completely indebted to, you have no idea how the massive world of business works. Charlie Kirk, I think he had a $6 million house in Arizona. I think he had a huge, insane house that no single human being would ever need, but he did, and that's just one house. I'm not hating on him for it. I'm just telling you, Charlie Kirk made a lot of deals with a lot of fucking people, and people had their claws in him all over the place. This dude was getting multi-million-dollar funding at a very, very early age, like early 20s or some shit like that. It's cool, man. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying that this is the reality of the world of business. And the world of business is a very slimy and dirty place. It just is. So, but with that said, I mean, you just look at just all of the people that were around him that have turned his assassination, which is one of the worst things we've ever seen, they've turned it into their business model. Holy shit, man. That's crazy. Why would you do that? It blows my mind. What's up, Jay?
It's terrible, because I tend to agree with you, Tim. I think that that the guy's going to walk because they can't actually get a non-biased jury.
The internet has changed the way our legal system, our courts work in such a drastic way.
Well, even the question I would have, they're saying 20,000 pieces of evidence, but at the same time, are they also just pulling social posts too? Because like you said, people may have submitted things, but I'm sure it's a lot of it's social posts they're pulling too.
Yeah.
Because those things are getting insane reach right now, especially on X.
Charlie, breaking news, guys. This is the first time I've heard this. First time. Charlie died the second he said he's not supporting Jews no more. Man, roll the tape. Do we have the tape of him saying he's not supporting the Jews no more? No one else has the tape, but apparently this user right here has the tape. Please show me the tape. Show me the tape. Apparently you're the only one that has it. So please, I can't wait. Tag me on Twitter. I can't wait to see where Charlie Kirk says, I'm not supporting the Jews no mo. I can't wait to see that one, man. Damn. I mean, mystery is solved, everyone. It's over with. Boom. That's crazy. I can't wait to see this video. We're going to break the case right here on CobraCast 199. Holy shit.
This is good for their defensive
defense,
because at the very least they're going to string it out. I think they said they're going to string it out another 6 months as they try and do. And
that's just longer to detain a jury then.
Longer to yep. So to take longer to get the jury, which means more people are going to be tainted ahead of time. And then, as far as this defense guy, he's probably like, let's just make this case go 10 years and make sure Tyler can rest comfortably in a jail and not have to.
Or they could show the tape that random YouTube account user just told me existed. Why don't they just show it? Boom, it's over. Checkmate, we know.
Also, one of the reports Fox News we have here talks about the prosecution's intention. They say the filing made by defense attorneys on Friday states that prosecutors intend to call Robinson's parents and his roommate and romantic partner, Lance Twiggs, testify at the preliminary hearing. Robinson's defense team.
The gay furry. I forgot about him being a gay furry. This person's so effed up.
Fan fiction. Is also asking the judge for a minimum of a 6-month delay for the preliminary hearing, which is currently scheduled for May 18th. In the filing, they said that they were not given adequate time to analyze much of the forensic evidence that is going to be presented.
Well, again, I think that a lot of people are going to run with this story, and people are going to blow this out of proportion like they do everything surrounding Charlie Kirk. And that is truly the saddest part of this entire thing.
Yeah, I'm Blacksmith. Black cloak, black skin. Walk the hall, they whispering. Cauldron bubble, I'm different. Dark eyes don't flinch, just glimmering. House points, man, miss me. Came from pain, they history. Same blood, they fear, they diss me. But they copy my brew, still sip me. Side eye from the portraits. Cold stone, but my soul scorched. They ain't teach where I'm from. Had to learn from the alleys and the torch. Half prince in the world that hate. Half rage in the narrow gate. Half hood in the castle gate. Hold me, never run from flex. Walking through the dark. One day my hand and a X in my heart. Turn that fear to a spell, then I spark. I've been cursed from the start. Black snake, they talk war in the streets. I see more than they see in the tower. Drive by, man, I glide by stealth. Broomstick, bring stone, cold shower. I ain't glorified shots, that's great. That's moms in black, that's waves. Of boys that ain't make old age. So I ain't my rage at the cave. Walking through the dark. One day my hand and a X in my heart. Turn that fear to a spell, then I spark. I've been cursed from the start.
Who's that? Oh, no, I haven't. No, I haven't. No. Oh, hold on. Let me. Okay, yeah. That's it.
meines idyllischen Urlaubs in Argentinien möchte ich diese Folge mit einem Adios und Auf Wiedersehen beenden.
Thing, man. The day that Charlie Kirk was assassinated, I
pretty
never
wild.
would have imagined that his assassination would turn into one of the biggest businesses in conservative influencer culture. But it sadly has. It sadly has become that. And it's the most pathetic thing I have seen, man. And it's led by Candace Owens, man. She's getting hundreds of thousands of people watching her. She's got one of the biggest podcasts in the world. And every day, more and more people are making videos on this and theorizing on this and all of that. It's just awful. It is so awful. Let's see here. But thank you, Sensei Pause. Normal Man says, I think the right wing media sphere that popped up in 2016 is going to implode. The only ones who will survive are the authentic people and the ones who can admit they are wrong and not double down. It is interesting because, man, I do think we're in a weird place right now with. We're in a weird place because as
the
Trump
bench,
changed
is
the
it still
entire
good?
landscape of everything.
It's good. That's good. Yeah. Pretty heavy duty, so. Do you have the seat flat or do you angle it up? Oh, fuck.
He's going to change it again too when he's not in office. And I don't know what any of this looks like. I have no idea. But there's a lot of people that are completely and totally tied to Donald Trump, and they have nothing else going on. So when Trump is no longer in office, these people have nothing. They have absolutely nothing. And I don't know what I feel like a lot of them are trying to get ahead of the curve of Trump leaving. And that's why a lot of them are turning on him. And I think that they're very, very scared of a world without Trump being the prominent
My
political
office,
figure
they have
in American politics.
they have like a
And
big
so-
machine that can make hot chocolates, French vanillas, everything. So I guess, yep. No, I don't have to pay for it. I can get it whenever I want, as long as there's stuff in the machine. I guess that means I'll never see the chicks at Tim Hortons again. Yeah, they got it like maybe like a week ago. I'm just starting to bring my mug. Oh well, yeah. I mean, it is getting hotter out, but for now, at least.
They're trying to work their next angle, I guess. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see. Let's see. GTA 6 will distract the masses. I mean, you're not wrong. Peter says, went to Japan in 2015. The people were chill AF. Brighton says 10 minutes late, but hey, better late than never. Hail. Hail to you. Brighton says, more like 20 minutes late. Hail to you, Jeremy. Kev the Cobbler says, hey, Jeremy, my understanding is the bullet was so fragmented that they couldn't match the recovered pieces to the gun or any gun. Be smarter, peeps. Yeah, I mean, again, there's a logical reasoning behind it, but that's not how it's going to be spun, unfortunately. So basically, again, this is why I always say, like, usually the smartest person is ultimately, well, when I say smart, I mean, it depends on how you approach smart, but the smartest person in most situations is the person that's willing to apply common sense to any situation. Now, you're never going to be well ahead of the curve on things, but once the dust settles, usually the person with the most common sense is the one that ends up not looking stupid when it's all said and done. And when you hear this and you're like, well, the defense is saying this, and it's like, okay, the defense's job is to create narratives. Now, the only reason we're going to hear about stuff like this is because the Charlie Kirk market of people out there are taking any little thing they can and running with the narrative. So they're just picking and choosing things to say and build narrative. And of course, what we've learned from the internet is that the internet is not interested in doing any research or anything like that. The internet thinks that Grok is the end all be all. And so that's the sad truth of it all. The Under Armour Gamer says, I've been watching, is it, how do you how I say his name? Gideon? For a while because I like the predator catchers. Man, this guy has massive TDS and says nothing will happen. John Jones says Eric Trump has posted a concept video of Donald Trump presidential library. Daniel Moore says the Half-Blood Crip is going to be fire. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. So earlier, I covered this crazy situation in Canada, and it reminded me of something I actually covered a few years ago, if you remember. So for those that were watching earlier, we had a pretty wild situation in Canada. Just to give you a little bit of a tease here, this is what's going on in Canada right here.
I'm sorry, just real quick, point of personal privilege. I understand there's very little time and for delegates to speak, but early on the mic, it's hard as a racialized and transgender delegate to sometimes use this card and speak up, speak to somebody in front of me in line and ask, hey, this pertains to multiple intersecting parts of my lived experience. I'd like to speak. I was rejected when I talked. And it's frustrating when these are my rights being directly under attack right now in Alberta, and that a cisgender woman had spoken over me. And I understand her rights are important too. This pertains to her too, but I don't know. I hope that in the
holy shit, dude. Holy shit. X-ray girl fell off. Oh no. Oh no.
The future, the federal NDP will also have a broader interpretation of the equity cards for speakers. That's all. Thank you.
I will invite delegates to assist me in better using the card by forming a straight line behind the microphone with a prominently displayed equity card. If I see speakers ahead of you,
Yeah.
you who are not holding a card prominently, it would be wrong of me to guess about their gender identity, and I will come to you. This applies so far, according to your rules, for gender identities other than a dude, but it is open to us to change our rules as we like as we move forward into the bright and golden future. Thank you, friends.
So anyway, that's just a little bit of what I was reacting to earlier, but it reminded me of this right here. Okay. This is legendary. What happened at the Canadian NDP convention this weekend is nothing new. This is from 2019 Democratic Socialist of America National Convention. These people are actually retarded, but they think they have what it takes to move society forward. This is crazy if you've never seen this. This is next level insanity. This is one of the craziest things you will ever see. And this is my point is with all of these people, ever seen this. This is next level insanity. This is one of the craziest things you will ever see. And this is my point is with all of these people worrying about Trump and all this other crap that are like basically just trying to push Democrats back into office. And this is why I question all of those people, because this right here, I can't believe that this is, if it wasn't for Donald Trump, this would be very prominent in the United States of America right now. Think about that.
And then let me consult the people who are counting. So everyone who is not a counter, take a seat. Take a seat. Everyone on the walls, take a seat so that we can count.
No, this is exactly this right here. This is a 4-minute clip that will show you what a Kamala Harris United States would look like, what a Bernie Sanders United States would look like, what a Democratic Party United States would look like right here. This is it.
When there's so many people moving around, it's very difficult to count.
Quick point of privilege. Quick point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Guys, first of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him. I just want to say, can we please keep the chatter to a minimum? I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus. Please, can we just, I know we're all fresh and ready to go, but can we please just keep the chatter to a minimum? It's affecting my ability to focus. Thank you.
This motherfucker just went up to a room full of hundreds, maybe thousands of people. I don't know how many people are in this fucking room. And he literally said, every person in this room needs to cater to my needs. Okay? Now, what happens when an entire room caters to the needs of one person? There's another person that's going to pop up to say, well, I also need you to cater to this need. And then the next person, and then the next person. It's fucking insane, dude. It's fucking insane.
Thank you, comrade. Okay, is there a speaker against name, chapter, pronoun?
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Okay.
We have a lot of disabled comrades, and a lot of those are invisible disability. First of all, in this room, I see that no one's clapping for me. It could be because I'm not engaging, but it also is because everyone's doing this. And that's really important because those loud bursts of noise, even though this is a noisy space, when we can do something like reducing that, that's really important. So please don't clap, shoot up these. And additionally with the noise issue, like avoid hissing, avoid waving banners, right? You don't know what to do, show up these, right? I'm sure there's lots of ways that we can communicate.
What if you're offended by putting your arms up like this? What if that reminds you of hands up, don't shoot, even though that never really happened? What if I say, if you put your hands up, that actually triggers me because it makes me think of hands up, don't shoot. And I'm really triggered by that because black people, I don't want them to be beat up or killed by police. So if you please could not do that, I would really appreciate that. Like, again, shut the fuck up, all of you. You're all fucking retarded and nobody gives a shit about you. Welcome to life. Life is not fair. It's never been fair. It's never going to be fair. It's not going to cater to you. It doesn't give a shit about you. Okay? End of discussion. And this is the problem, is that you have people that are willing to help these lunatics believe their own delusions. They need to be treated like children. And they need to be taught like children and disciplined like children. If you're going to act like a child, then you should be treated like a child. The child doesn't get to eat cookies all day long. The child doesn't have the mental capability to make decisions. Therefore, the adult has to make the decision. The child isn't going to like the decision. The child is going to cry. The child is going to whine, but you are the adult and you have to have that parental instinct to teach the child right from wrong. That's how all these people are. They are literal children.
To each other without needing to rely on something that's going to hurt somebody else. We have quiet rooms that are available. There's a range of options of these, right? On 7, there's one that has video but no sound. If you still want to be able to.
Does anybody have a pet? Have you ever, like, I've done this like twice, I think. I've dropped my dog off at a pet hotel before. It sounds like he's describing a fucking pet hotel. Or he's like, we're going to put cartoons on for your dog. And we're going to take them for 3 potty breaks a day. It's like, this is what this is. It sounds like he's talking about pets. We won't have loud noises so your dog doesn't bark.
That's going to hurt somebody else. We have quiet rooms that are available. There's a range of options of these, right? On 7, there's one that has video but no sound. If you still want to be able to observe the convention, but the sound is an issue. There's also on Piedmont 8, a completely quiet room. One thing to note there, please don't go into that space with anything that's like an aggressive scent, for instance, right?
Oh my God.
Because that's going to be difficult for people.
An aggressive scent? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Have you smelled these motherfuckers? None of these people smell good. None of them have a good scent. They're all breaking the rule by existing. Oh my goodness.
Cops, don't talk to MAGA assholes.
Hang on.
Because that's going to be difficult for people. Don't talk to cops. Don't talk to MAGA assholes. We're almost there.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So we're creating a safe space. We're not clapping. We're doing jazz hands. Okay, we have video with no sound. We're using all the proper pronouns. We're giving point of personal privilege. But you can insult MAGA. Holy fuck. You can't make this shit up. This is amazing.
Just but thank you. Quick point of privilege once again. Hi, James Jackson, Sacramento DSA, he, him. I have already asked people to be mindful of the chatter of their comrades who are sensitive to sensory overload, and that goes double for the heckling and the hissing. It is also triggering to my anxiety. Like, the be comradely isn't just for, like, you know, let's keep things civil or whatever. It's so that people aren't gonna get triggered and so that it doesn't affect their performance as a delegate, okay?
Resolutions and
Very
amendments
brief.
committee.
Very brief point of information. If you are using a microphone, talk into it directly like I am right now, and do not wave your face back and forth because people cannot hear you. That is all.
Oh my God.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for the pointers. Yes. Could someone please run a mic to the comrade in the jean jacket, of which there are many?
I simply had a question.
Sorry, could we? Thank you. Hold on. Point of order. Yep.
Thank you. So,
sorry, what's your name and
my
your?
name is Trey. I use they, them, and he, him pronouns.
They, them, and he, him? What the fuck does that even mean? They, them, and he, him? How am I supposed to know that? How does that work? How can you be he, him, and they, them? Holy fuck. And then how do I know that? Like, how do I, as a person that's just, let's just say I'm a fucking mentally deranged lunatic that's at this place. How do I know that you, random stranger, have he, him, and they, them pronouns, but the next person has he, him? How do I know that? Holy freaking hell.
I'm from Memphis. Thank you for asking. Nice to meet you. Sorry.
Nice to meet you.
I had a question. So, Nick? Jack? What is his name? Or what is his name? Nick J. They were elected as an at-large delegate before they resigned. Is that correct? No. Okay, then never mind.
Now.
Thank you.
Hi, I am Andy P. From Los Angeles, they, them pronouns. Could I please ask the chair to, again, there was a previous point of privilege about waving
Same
around
conference.
signs.
I was like, dude, like when I was listening to that, I was just like, this can't be real. It's just like it doesn't sound normal. Like they're talking so like I don't know. It's just so weird. Struggle session. Yeah. Okay. Their penalty cards. Yeah. Commotion. I don't know. Yeah. Offense. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. So that was back in 2019, you said? That conference?